What up, peeps? Welcome to the Gabe Fix, or welcome back if you are an old timer. How are you doing? Thank you for taking the time to come and hang out with me for a little bit. I appreciate that. If this is your first time, please hit the subscribe button. Stick around for a while. Let's become homies. Let's become girlfriends. Let's chat, okay? All right, so first of all, I'm here to do my 38-week pregnancy update because today, Friday, December 29th, I am officially 38 weeks pregnant. Isn't that crazy? And if you're wondering why I sound so raspy, no, this is not my normal voice. I have been under the weather since probably last Friday. I feel like this has been the longest situation ever. I've had this cough situation, cold, raspiness, throat hurting. It's just been not so fun, especially when you're 38 weeks pregnant. It's not fun at all. So excuse my voice. Some people like the raspy sound, some people don't. Just bear with me, okay? Okay, so first we'll talk about the stats of baby girl R. And right now she is, they say, approximately 6.8 to 7 pounds. This is what the app says. And that she is about the size of a leek, which is like 20 inches long. So yeah, that's crazy. It's crazy to think that all that is going on in here right now. But yeah, that's what they say. I'd have to say that the symptom I've been having the most is exhaustion. I am extremely tired all the time. Wake up tired, take a nap, and wake up tired some more, go to sleep, wake up tired. Like, I am so exhausted. Like, it's crazy, and little things take a lot out of me. Coming up and down the stairs is a situation. I am like forever struggling to catch my breath. Like, it's crazy. Like how just little things like putting on my shoes, I have to sit there after I get them on for a couple minutes and catch my breath. Like, who knew? It's crazy. I am so out of breath all the time, and that's probably like the biggest symptom that I've had. I don't like feel anything. I have not had any contractions, no Braxton Hicks, nothing, which is why nothing is happening either. I have weekly non-stress tests and weekly OB appointments, and I started getting checked like two or 3 weeks ago, and nothing has happened yet. So I am not dilated at all. I am not like, nothing is effaced, like nothing. Long and closed is what my cervix is looking like. So yeah, I don't know how I feel about that, because I feel like if she's gonna come early, something should be happening by now. But the doctor, she assured me that I could go into labor today. I just saw her yesterday. She was like, you can go into labor tonight, you can go into labor tomorrow. It does not matter what your cervix is looking like when we check it. It really just depends on what your uterus decides to do and when it decides to do it. So I mean, I guess I take comfort in that it doesn't necessarily mean that something is going to happen. She also told me that she had a lady with twins walking around at 5 centimeters for weeks. So you never really know. So I'm taking comfort in that, because I am really praying that this baby girl comes early. I would love for her to come early so that I do not have to have another C-section. And I will get into that. I did ask my Snapchat peeps for some questions, and I did get a lot of questions about VBAC, C-section, which I have talked about multiple times. But yes, the plan is for me to have a VBAC, but I cannot be induced because I've had a C-section before. At least that's, you know, my doctor's policy. She will not induce me. So I will have to go into labor on my own, and I'm getting a little nervous about that because I don't know. I never went into labor on my own with Chad Jr. He was 2 weeks late, and I feel myself getting more and more anxious about that, because I don't want to have another C-section if I don't have to. But then there's some other factors. It's like, it's really weird because Chad Jr.'s birthday is January 17th, and I do not want them to have the same birthday. I don't want it to be like a day before or the day after. Like, I don't even want it to be that close. And her due date is the 12th, which is 5 days before his birthday. So it's like, don't want them to be no closer than that. Can they at least have 5 days apart? So we have actually scheduled a C-section for my due date at 40 weeks, which is January 12th. And I talked to my doctor at the last appointment because I was like, well, how long would you let me go? And she said she would let me go to 41 weeks, which would put me at like January 19th, which would be like 2 days after Chad Jr.'s birthday. And I'm just not interested in doing that, honestly. Like, I don't know. It's too many factors. If I went past her due date, ain't no telling when she could come. But then it's a real possibility that they could have the same birthday, or that they're like right next to each other. And I just don't want that. So I'm just praying that I go into labor on my own and that I have her before I have to have this C-section. But if the 12th comes and she hasn't come, I will most likely just have the C-section because I want them to at least have 5 days apart. I mean, I don't know, call me crazy, but I don't know. Chad Jr. was 2 weeks late, so it's like, I don't know what this girl is gonna be doing if she doesn't come before her due date. I know I'm not going over 2 weeks. Like, well, the doctor won't even let me, but even going over 1 week, the thought of that is just like, I'm not interested. So the 12th it is, unless she decides to come early, which is what we're praying for, okay? Yeah, so I got a lot of questions about that. So hopefully everybody that asked me what my plan was in regards to a VBAC and a C-section and blah, 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 that answered your question. So I'm going to get to the rest of the questions, but let me make sure that I am not leaving out anything else. Like, nothing else has changed. Cravings are the same. I still love spicy food. Like, at this point, I'm not craving much of anything. I haven't really been eating a lot of fruit. I have not been eating a lot of vegetables. I've kind of been, I don't know, my eating habits have been just really weird. And at this point, it takes nothing for me to be full because there's like not enough room there. So I'll be mad because I want all this food and then like 5 bites in, I'm full, and it's annoying. So yeah, there's that. Nursery is like 98% done. It will be done by the time you're watching this because we're actually filming the nursery tour today, and I'm really excited about that. I'm really excited to get that up. And along with the nursery tour comes the name reveal. So on GabeBabeTV, which is my vlog channel, it is coming up this weekend. Just make sure you go on over to my vlog channel, GabeBabeTV, subscribe, you know, so you can see everything that's coming up soon, and then watch the nursery tour and you'll get to see her name. So I've been getting a lot of questions also about if I'm going to tell what the other name was that I thought that was going to be her name, like, you know, that brief stint where I was in love with this name and almost let go of the name that I've had forever and a day for this new name. And I don't know if I want to tell y'all. It's one of those things, somebody's gonna have something to say either way. Somebody's gonna like the name that we chose better than the new name. Somebody's gonna like the new name better than the name we chose. So I guess I just don't really want to hear people's opinions. But you know what? People gonna have opinions whether I say something or not. I don't know. Should I tell y'all what the name is? It's really not that crucial. But I don't want to, if you like this name better than the one we chose, I don't care. Like, I don't want to hear it, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't want to hear the noise because I want to second guess my decision, if that makes sense. Okay, so the new name that I thought was beautiful and that we almost went with was Abigail. And it's one of those names where people either love it or they hate it. I think it's beautiful. I think it's a classic name. It is beautiful, but I don't like Abby. I cannot stand the nickname Abby, and there's no way in heck I'm about to be calling her Gail. No offense if your name is Abby or Gail or Abigail, like, no offense, but that's just not what I prefer. And I don't want to have to correct people forever and a day. Like, I'm just not interested in correcting people and making sure that they call her Abigail. Like, the thought of that is irritating because I know what that's like. I mentioned this in the last pregnancy update, and I think I confused people because I said that people call me Gabby, and I hate that because my name is not Gabrielle. It is spelled the same, yes, but it is pronounced with a hard A, Gabrielle. Blame that on my mother. But it's not even a blame because I love it. Everybody is Gabrielle. Like, you don't meet anybody named Gabrielle. So I love that about my name. I absolutely love my name. But I loathe Gabby. Okay? I loathe it. And people automatically assume that that's my nickname. I went to Chick-fil-A and told the chick my name was Gabrielle when my food was ready. The guy came out like, order for Gabby. And I almost didn't take it because I was like, I ain't heard that was my name. But people just assume when they see your name that that's what your nickname is. Just like I feel like people would assume that her nickname is Abby if we named her Abigail. And I just am not going to spend the rest of my life correcting people. And I just don't want that for her, to have to spend the rest of her life correcting people. She could like it. She could not. But I ain't even giving her the opportunity. So... and now that I've made that decision, I'm actually really happy with the fact that we're going with the original name, because it just means so much to me. I've had this name since, I don't know, sometime in high school, and it's just grown with me. I've prayed for this little girl by name. I've called her by name. Like, so, you know what I'm saying? Like, this has been her name for so long that it just seems right that we stuck with this name. So I'm really happy about it. But now you guys know the other name that we were going to go with and why we decided against it. So, hey. Let's see. Siege just came in. So, okay, yeah, that's enough about, like, update stuff. Like, nothing else is really going on. So I'm going to look at the questions for my Snapchat peeps and see, you know, if there's anything that I haven't covered. Love and Roomy. Hey, how do you feel about the VBAC? Nervous, excited. I'm due in April and thinking about going that route as well. Keeping you and baby girl in my prayers. Thank you and congrats to you. Best wishes to you. I think I covered this, but I am nervous about the VBAC because I don't know what that looks like. I've never had a vaginal birth, so it is nervous. It is a bit nerve-wracking, but it's also exciting because I'm like, gosh, if I could just experience, like, I feel like it would just be great to be able to experience having a C-section birth and having an actual vaginal birth. Like, that's what we're made to do. So that's why I'm so like, God, please just let me experience that, because, you know, I just want to. If I don't, you know, it doesn't make me less of a mother. I don't subscribe to that, okay? So, you know, I'm more nervous about having a C-section the second time around and not getting to experience the vaginal birth. Maddie Mommy, how was this time different from Siege? With my last pregnancy, I felt like there's so much more info available and things that scared me. Well, there's definitely more info available. I had Chad Jr. 5 years ago, so, you know, things have definitely changed. Times have changed, but honestly, like, I did way more research and reading and all of that good stuff with Chad Jr. than I did with baby girl, because I feel like I've kind of done this before. So, you know, like with my first pregnancy, I just remember buying so many books and checking my apps faithfully every single day. You know, now I check my apps like once a week, and I might skim through just to see, you know, what they're talking about. But I don't check them religiously. I'm not thinking about that stuff. I have done no research, like, you know, little research about VBACs and stuff like that. But this time around, I'm just a little bit more laxed in terms of like the prepared feeling. Things that I research now are different. Maybe like, you know, what is it like to go from 1 child to 2? Things like that. This time around, I'm a lot more tired. I tell people all the time it's such a difference carrying a child at 30 versus carrying a child at 35. Like, I feel it in my bones. I can feel older carrying this child. Even though I look better, I feel like carrying this child that I did when I was carrying Chad Jr. because I was just a swollen, bloated, hot mess when I was pregnant with him, and I feel like I don't look like that this time. So I look prettier, but you know, I feel like I felt tired, if that makes more sense. I see you over there peeking. It's Chad Jr. T Lester 355. Have you been having any back pain since baby girl Raider has gotten bigger? Also, do you and Chad plan on vlogging your labor and delivery of baby girl? I had back pain at the very beginning of my pregnancy, and I was referred to a chiropractor from my OB, and I have been seeing him, I think for like the first month or two. I saw him every week, and then it went to every other week, and it was a lifesaver, like legit a lifesaver. And I'm not the biggest fan of chiropractors, but my back pain has been gone, and I have not experienced any more since. Like literally, like it is gone, and my back was hurting so bad. It was like heaven sent. I have had zero back pain at all. And of course we're gonna vlog the labor and delivery. Like that's what we do. We share our lives with you guys. So we will definitely be vlogging it. We are currently on a break right now, just for like the first week of January. We always take a break right at the new year. And but you know, if she comes early, we'll cut that break short so we can definitely have the footage for you guys. But yeah, like that, we would never ever miss that moment. We will definitely be vlogging as much as we can of the labor and the delivery and all of that jazz. And we decided to take the break in the beginning of January because we were like, well, after she gets here, you know, we don't really want to take a break then, because you know, we want to have these memories first of all, but then people are going to want to see, you know, how life is adjusting those first couple of weeks, you know, especially. So that's why we decided to take the break this week before she's due. Well, the week before she's due. But yeah, absolutely we'll be vlogging it. So make sure you're subscribed to our vlog channel, GabeBabeTV, so you can see all of that good stuff. Queen T TV says, who's going to be in the delivery room? I know that you weren't close to family last time. Will it be just you and Chad? I know you can't ever be 100% sure because the baby decides when she wants to come. Siege's B-Day is so close. What do you plan to do if she comes before, and vice versa? I know I wouldn't want to have her around people, and I know it's hard to leave a newborn even for a little while. Okay, so I don't know who's going to be in the delivery room. At this point, Chad, my husband. Like, that's the plan. I'm sure my mom will probably be there because she wasn't there when I had Chad Jr. She came, like, she got there, like, I think the same day I had him or either the next day. I can't remember. But she was not able to be there because we were in Tennessee and she was in Indianapolis. So at this point, I say my mom and Chad. Like, Chad for sure. And, you know, mom, if she can be there, you know, if she can have somebody, you know, to watch Gracie and she can be there, she's welcome to be there too. I know that my best friend Kelly is going to want to be there, and I have no problem with her being there, you know, but I don't know when it comes time for delivery if she will stay in there or if I would even want that. Like, I haven't thought that far. I mean, I don't need a bunch of people looking at my hoo-ha. So less is better. I don't know. It just really depends on how things go. You know, my best friend is also going to be kind of watching Chad Jr. a bit. She's going to be on like godmommy duty. So, you know, I don't plan on even really having him there for a lot of it because I don't want him to see me like in labor and delivery and like in pain and all of that stuff. So yeah, I haven't really figured that out yet. Chad's gonna be there. That's who I can count on. He gonna be there. Okay, what do I plan on doing for Chad's birthday? We're actually having well, I don't know that that's what you asked me, but we plan on having his birthday party early. So we have actually booked his party for the weekend before I'm due. And we booked it at a place that if we have to change the date, if she happens to come before then, we can change the date to like the weekend of his actual birthday, which is like 2 weeks later. But I figured if I played it safe, I can just have it earlier. That way I don't have to worry about like missing his birthday party, because, you know, if she comes on the 12th, that's only a week before his birthday. So I wouldn't feel comfortable bringing her out to, you know, a birthday party with a bunch of germy kids, and I wouldn't want to miss his 5th birthday party. So the plan is to just have it early, and we're just gonna play it by ear. Sweet Age E asks, now that you are at the end of your pregnancy, what do you think you will miss the most from the experience? That is a great question. I think that I think that I will miss just being pregnant. Like, here's the thing, I'm not a big fan of pregnancy either. Like, it's not like I'm like, oh, I love the feeling of being pregnant. No, miss me with that. I miss my body. But I don't know, just the feeling of like her moving and kicking and like seeing her move and kick, like that feeling. You know, I'd be lying if I'd say I miss the feeling of like being doted on, you know, because when you're pregnant, people like take care of you and they, you know, get things for you and they help you up and they you know, so I mean, like, I'll probably miss that. But I don't know, I don't think that I'll miss that much about being pregnancy. I do wish that I would have enjoyed more of this pregnancy. Not necessarily enjoyed it, but relaxed more, indulged more, just like in self-care and just being, and, you know, not getting up and running this place and that place. Like, I am a kind of a busybody. I'm always going and doing things, and I feel like this pregnancy has flown by and I've not really taken the time to just relinquish and just enjoy the pregnancy moment. So I think like that's my plan, is for this last week or so is to just really be and just enjoy this pregnancy that I've wanted and prayed for so long, that, you know what I'm saying, it's like, let me just enjoy these last few moments of being pregnant, because I don't think I took the time to do that enough while going through my pregnancy. So if you're pregnant right now, make sure you actually take the time to process being pregnant and enjoy it and, you know, relish in it and all of that stuff. Like, just enjoy it, like these moments of quiet and, you know, taking baths and getting massages and just self-care, right? Journaling, like all of that. I wish I would have done more of that during this pregnancy and I didn't. So I think I will kind of miss that, you know, missed opportunity. But I mean, what can you do? Okay, Be Natural Me asked, did you get your maternity photos yet? Are you going to use her for the newborn photos? Y'all, this maternity situation is a hot mess. I took my maternity photos November 17th, and as of now, December 29th, I still have not seen them, have not received them. I reached out. I was originally told 5 to 10 business days and that I would get them back. So at like the 15th business day, when I hadn't received them, I emailed this lady and I'm like, just checking on my pictures. You said 5 to 10 business days, what's going on? So then she comes back with an email and says, oh my gosh, you know, I thought that I had finished them. They were tucked away in a folder and I thought that they were done and I had sent them to you already. I'm sorry, you know, I've been kind of sick in and out the past couple of months, so I've been a little loopy or something like that. She's like, I'll get them to you in the next couple of days. This was like December 12th. So I waited an entire week, a full week, and contacted her again like, hey, just checking. You said you'd get me these in a couple of days. Like, what's going on? I was really hoping to have these before the holiday. This was like the 23rd of December. So then a few days later, she comes back and she tells me how she had an emergency root canal and she was in the emergency room and yada yada yada, and every excuse known to man. And I get it, things happen, people get sick, but you are already late before this happened. So like she was like, from the 17th, you know, on, I've been, you know, at the emergency room. I had an emergency root canal, blah, blah, blah. You were already late on the 17th. So I get it that you were sick, but you were already late before all of this happened. So I keep trying to give this lady the benefit of the doubt, but it's like, lady, if you don't give me these pictures before the end of the year, like legit, like I've already found a new photographer for our newborn session, because Chad was like, I don't think we should use her again. Like, because when I booked her for maternity and a newborn session, and I think even like a 1-year-old session or a 6-month-old session. But I'm like, I don't know that I want to deal with her anymore, because I feel like you're not being upfront yes, things happen, but why have I had to contact you every time for you to tell me that something's happening? Like, if you know that I'm waiting on these pictures, or that you promised them within a certain time frame, I should have never had to contact you before you contacted me and been like, I am so sorry, this is what's going on, I'm going to be late with your pictures, because I've already paid for them. Like, everything's been paid in full. So I'm irritated when I talk about it. It's just like, what? How did you know I didn't want to use them for my Christmas cards? I mean, Christmas is over now, but I took them well in enough time to have them back before the holidays. Hell, before the end of the year, and I ain't got them back yet. So I don't think that we're going to use her for our newborn session. But now I'm like, maybe I should use, I don't know, because the other lady that I found, she specializes in lifestyle newborn pictures, which is different than like your traditional, like, you know, baby of just like the baby and like these cute little poses and these cute little outfits. Lifestyle is more like at your house, in the nursery, with you and the family and the baby. And I think that that's really awesome, but I'm like, am I gonna miss having the traditional newborn photos too? So I don't know, because then I'm like, now I'd have to find somebody else that can do the traditional newborn photography. But I'm also intrigued by the lifestyle newborn photography. So have any of you done lifestyle newborn pictures? How did you like that? Do you like it better than the traditional newborn? Just let me know, because I really don't know what I'm gonna do with this lady and these maternity pictures right now. See, Carrington Ivy asks, well, she says, I'm probably your youngest supporter. I'm 15 and I love watching you guys. Such good examples. Oh, thank you so much. That is so sweet. But I'm wondering, what is one thing you are most excited about having a baby girl? Well, Carrington, everything. I don't know that if there's one thing that I am most excited about. I've been wanting a girl my entire life. Like, this has been a dream for decades. So I don't know, if I had to choose one thing, I would say I'm really excited about doing hair for whatever reason. Like, I don't even know what this girl's hair is gonna look like, but I'm excited about doing hair and just, you know, dressing her up pretty and, you know, doing like little mommy and me looks. Like, I am just super excited about that. Like, I'm super excited. Megan X5X, 2 questions. What's the biggest joy that comes to mind when you think of the fact that you'll have a baby girl? Like, what are you most looking forward to? I pretty much just answered that question, but the biggest joy is the fact that she is a true answered prayer. Like, when I think about the fact that I'm getting ready to have this baby girl that I have wanted and prayed for and cried about, and just everything that I've gone through to have her, to even just think about the fact that she's almost here, and like, God really answered my prayer. Like, that's probably the biggest joy when I think about baby R. It's like, she's really here. Like, yeah, that's amazing. That's amazing. And then also, how soon after birth do you plan on redoing GabeBabeTV pictures and video intro theme song video, since she'll be, you know, growing and changing and all of that stuff? I have been getting that question so much. People are like, yeah, you gotta change the intro once the baby gets here, and you gotta change this, and y'all gotta change this. Give us some time is all I'm gonna say, because that is not at the top of our list. Yes, everything will be updated at some point, but first of all, it's freezing. We are in the dead of winter, and we live in Indianapolis, which is the Midwest. It's really cold here, so we're not going to be taking like family photos like outside and stuff like that for a while. And I would wait until she's probably like at least 3 months before we even updated the intro video. Like, it's coming, but there's no rush on that, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't see the rush in trying to get a newborn that's gonna be looking different very soon anyway in the intro. Like, if you peeps, you know us, you know that it is now 4 of us, but just bear with us. Please don't be asking every video when stuff is gonna get updated. The intro video will be updated at some point. We promise you that. At some point that will be updated. At some point the website will be updated and her picture will be added. At some point we'll have more family photos, but we're just gonna enjoy having her first and give ourselves at least the first quarter of the year to get to that. It's gonna happen, but I can't tell you how soon, so please be patient. Much O Mindless ask, will there be a video of your family reactions of finding out about this pregnancy? No, we never put out a video of people finding out our reactions because a lot of them weren't actually captured on film, or you know, like we were going through IVF, so everybody that was close to us knew what was going on. Like we do have, you know, maybe like 2 or 3 people in the family where we recorded actually like their reaction, but it just wasn't enough to like make a full video, so we decided to skip it. And at this point it don't even matter. We made a Starbucks run and I'm like, I need my tea, shawties.
What it do, y'all?
Oh, geez, sorry.
Horrible place for water. What it do, y'all?
This is probably the longest video ever, but I wanted to answer y'all questions. Hopefully y'all don't mind. I am Queen Hair. Ask, here's a question, but is baby girl more active inside or was Siege? That's a great question. I don't even remember. Honestly, I can't even remember how much Siege moved in my belly. Do you know an answer to that?
No, I mean, I don't feel like Siege was that active. You know, Siege is chill.
He's a chill.
I think he was chill.
So I can't say, oh, she's way more active, or I honestly don't remember. That was so long ago. That was 5 years ago.
I was like moving in 20 minutes.
You was moving in 20 minutes?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, there's Siege's answer for the question. Leisha 10 asks, are you going to try a natural birth or do you have a plan? I'm ashamed to say that I don't have a birth plan, actually. I don't have one. Not like I haven't like sit down and wrote out a plan. My plan is to play it by ear. I was able to go, you know, almost 30 some hours with Chad Jr. with no epidural. And I labored the entire time, and you know, I'm proud of myself for that. I was a trooper. I will try very hard to make it as long as I can without the epidural with this baby, provided that I go into labor on my own. But I am not ashamed of asking for an epidural. If it gets to the point where it is just too much, I am okay with getting an epidural. So you know, we're just gonna play by ear. Lizzie, I don't know. L1ZZ13 Bear. I think it's Lizzie Bear. Yeah, I'm thinking this is Lizzie Bear. She asked, how did you stay active during your pregnancy? I know it's hard for me because all I want to do is sleep. Girl, I hear you. And the simple answer to that question is that I didn't stay active during my pregnancy. I had all intention of working out throughout this entire pregnancy, but that just didn't happen. I don't think I've worked out since the 2nd trimester. Honestly, I might have worked out twice in this 3rd trimester because I was doing like an active maternity workout on like, you know, Beachbody On Demand, and they had like a 1st trimester, 2nd trimester, 3rd trimester, and I think I did the 3rd trimester workout like 2 or 3 times, and that was very early in the 3rd trimester, and I haven't done anything since. Honestly, I keep telling myself I'm getting ready to start walking because in my mind I'm like, at least if I'm walking, maybe that'll help jumpstart my labor. So I said that, I think I said Sunday I was going to start walking at least 30 minutes a day on the treadmill, but that's just my plan right now. But yeah, I haven't been as active as I wanted to be, and I'm so ashamed to say that, but you know, it kind of just happens. And then I am really high risk in this pregnancy, especially with it being IVF, with me being 35. So I just felt like I have my entire life to work out after I have this baby. So I just was like, let me just enjoy this pregnancy and not stress myself out about, oh my goodness, I gotta get my workout in, I gotta, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not a couch potato. I still am very active. I still go places. I'm still ripping and running. So it's not like I'm just sitting around eating and watching TV. So don't beat yourself up if you're pregnant and you haven't been as active as you have wanted to be. Life happens. You're only pregnant for 9 months. Enjoy it. Well, technically 10 months. Enjoy it. Sonalich, I don't know if I'm saying that right. What is different about the way you have planned for baby number 2 compared to your first? Kind of feel like that's similar to the question that I answered. In terms of planning, with this baby, I had to plan her out because we went through IVF. With Chad Jr., he was not planned. Like, we weren't preventing, we weren't trying. It was just kind of like, when it happens, it happens, and it happened. And I had to do a whole lot of planning to get this baby here. But once I got pregnant, like, I haven't been doing like a whole lot of like planning and research since then, like, if that makes sense. So I feel like this, I kind of answered that with my earlier question. Believe in Lala 5 asked, have you considered or looked into the option of a lotus birth? And I'm not exactly sure what a lotus birth is. I feel like it has something to do with the placenta. I can't remember. I was talking about this with my sister, and I think she told me she was going to do a lotus birth, but I don't remember what it is. So no, I haven't really looked into it. I just remember hearing about it and her talking about it, but I couldn't tell you exactly what it means. Megan Jure, she says, question, have you noticed any natural hair changes during pregnancy? Any differences between Siege and now? I don't think my hair is growing as fast as it grew with Chad Jr. Honestly, like, I was really looking forward to pregnancy, like, just boosting my hair growth, and I don't feel like that's happened this pregnancy. But then too, like, when I go back and look at my hair growth, I think it grew a whole lot more after I had Chad Jr. Like, that whole first year postpartum, it grew a lot. I definitely dealt with shedding, but my length grew a whole lot. So I'm not really sure if it was the pregnancy where my hair grew a lot or if it was the postpartum phase where I was breastfeeding. But I don't feel like my hair has grown significantly since I've been pregnant. You know, people are always like, pregnancy hormones, your hair is gonna grow out the wazoo. I don't feel like that's happened to me. But other than that, that's the only thing that I've really like noticed. I guess because I was really looking for this significant amount of growth and I haven't really seen that. So I don't know. We'll see what happens postpartum. Guinness McNasty. Question is, how would you feel if baby girl and Siege have the same birthday party? They're not, or the same birthday. Would you throw them separate parties every year or make them have joint ones? Well, they're not going to have the same birthday because we are not letting that happen. But I don't know how we're going to go forward with birthday parties, honestly, because they're only going to be like 5 days apart. So I think that in the beginning, they might have joint parties. Like, I'm sure next year, she'll be 1, he'll be 6. We'll probably just have a big party at the house because it'll be her first birthday, which is like a huge birthday. And I think that we'll be able to have joint parties throughout the years. But I don't know that we'll always have a joint party. You know, at some point we're going to have to split it up. I mean, because they are 5 years apart. So I don't want to, you know, make them have joint birthday parties for the rest of their lives now, because now they're so close together. I will make sure that they have their separate days where we celebrate them on their day. And, you know, when it's milestone birthdays, they'll have separate parties. You know, like, I'm not going to make them share their birthdays for the rest of their lives just because they're so close together. That's not their fault. Well, it ain't really our fault either. That's kind of just what God wanted to happen. Pay Frey 17, she says, what are the top books do you guys use to prepare for baby girl? Love you guys, love you back. I don't have any book recommendations because I haven't read a single pregnancy book this time around. Sorry. Divine TB says, how are you preventing stretch marks? Did you have any before both pregnancies? Girl, I ain't preventing no stretch marks. They are here. Okay, I got stretch marks on my belly right now, and they are not going anywhere. I had them with Chad Jr. and I have them this time around. I keep looking at my belly like, oh, I hope these aren't going to be worse. But you know what, if they are, that's life. I earned these stretch marks. I had stretch marks before I had kids though. So, you know, I've my weight has fluctuated my whole life. So I've had stretch marks on my thighs and like, you know, kind of like a little here. So I'm not one of those that are like, ooh, stretch marks. Like, that's life. I've had them. I have them on my arm. Like, you know, it's not that bad. I have been using bio oil because I just love it. I love the way that it makes my belly feel. But I just feel like stretch marks are one of those things, like, you can do everything under the sun to prevent them, but I think that it has a lot to do with, like, you know, your family. Like, did your mom have stretch marks? Because if she did, then you're probably most likely gonna get them too. And that's just my opinion. But yeah, I got stretch marks. They're there. So this is the last question, and my battery is flashing, so I hope that I make it through this. This is from GG12. Are you nervous to have 2 children after having one for so long? I don't know if nervous is the word. I don't know. It's one of those things where I don't know what to expect. Like, I don't know what life is going to look like with 2 kids. And I feel like for as long as I can remember, people have always said, oh my goodness, going from 1 to 2 is like a big deal, so be ready for that. But then I also feel like the people that told me that, their kids were closer in age. So it's not like I'm gonna have 2 toddlers or 2 babies in diapers. You know what I'm saying? Like, Chad Jr. is pretty self-sufficient. So I don't know. I don't think it's gonna be as bad as people have made it out to be. But I honestly don't know. So I'm a little anxious about it. I'm excited about it. I guess there could be a little bit of nervousness there, just because I want to make sure that that Siege doesn't ever feel left out or forgotten. You know, so just navigating how to give adequate attention to both children is probably like my biggest concern. But I'm excited. I'm ready for the challenge. I think it'll definitely be different for us. Life is going to be different for us, so I'm looking forward to it. But thank you guys. I have made it through all the questions, and I feel like this video is probably extremely long. So if you watched it all, thank you for watching it all. And yeah, I never did show you my belly, so let me show you a quick belly shot. Here is the baby belly. There she is in all her glory. Oh. See? You can probably see those stretch marks. They're there. Such is life. But yeah, she is sitting pretty, ready to come on out. Well, at least I'm ready for her too. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any more questions, comments, or concerns, you know what to do. Leave those down below. And as always, I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.